Hey guys, I'm Kamiko. I'm the creative director for Hip Hope, and for this vlog, I think I'll just be talking about basically how hip hop has become a part of my life. So, here we go. I started dancing when I was really young, about age 2, in a studio, and I've danced several years through a studio, and then I kind of got involved with various groups, high school dance team, and also a community dance team, and then that was all within high school, and then I eventually found out about Hip Hope. I thought I'd give you guys some visual aids just because I thought it was kind of humorous. This is little Kamiko at probably age 3. I'm in my tap shoes, and I had to wear ridiculous costumes and perform on stage, and so yeah, this is me when I first started dancing, and this is more when I got into jazz, as seen with the shiny pants. I'm this ridiculous looking individual right there, and this is more of like when I got into lyrical, and you know, this was a lot, a very different style for me, just because it was choreographed more to lyrics than to specific beats or like the musicality per se, and it was a lot less restrictive in terms of movement, whereas like jazz and ballet, it was very specific movements. You had to have a very exact technique. Then I got to high school and decided to try out for dance team, and I ended up performing at football games a lot. We had like kind of like you know, your typical kick routine, but we also introduced like a jazz funk. And then it was in my later years that they first introduced hip hop as an option at the studio I was going to. So yeah, I took that class, and that was it was very funny because it's still like a slight version of hip hop, but we had to wear ridiculous things yet again, and that it was more about like the image and the performance and the visuals versus like the actual content. But I mean, I had a good time all the same. And then it was once I joined this community dance group called Supreme Dance Force. We called it SDF because that was way too much to say. But yeah, so then I did that, and it was a little looser, less restrictive. We kind of just like went for it on this team, and it was we actually performed at a Timberwolves game, and we also performed at MOA. Then I graduated high school and went on to college, and I wasn't really sure what to do after that because I knew I wanted to keep dancing. And I ended up transferring to the U of M, and I heard about Hip Hope. I just looked on like the student unions and activities website, and so I checked that out, and I went to one of their workshops, and I really liked it. It was very different than anything I've ever done. I had hip hop experience, but it was definitely different because it was more emphasis on creativity and the individual versus looking exactly like the person standing next to you. It was just kind of liberating because you can kind of experiment and do whatever you want and try and find your style, and it's really interesting to see, like, my story is kind of like lengthy. I started dancing when I was 2, but like some people, they just have a friend who happens to dance or hear something, and then all of a sudden they show up to a workshop, and then they get into it, and they hear about all these other opportunities to dance within the community. And so basically I just wanted to tell my story as an example that really anyone can get involved in hip-hop, no matter where they start or what age they are when they, decide they want to get into it.
All the crazy shit I did tonight, those will be the best memories.